All right, this is a massive storm. We do have team coverage with our meteorologist Brittany Rainey and Jeff Ray.
And you were talking about this system being massive, Karen. I mean, Jeff and I were just talking a little while ago about how much this wind field has really expanded. Those tropical storm force winds yesterday when we were talking were extending out about 100 miles. Now they're out 250.
It more than doubled as the eye wall kind of collapsed and opened up. The whole storm opened up. We still have all that kinetic energy going on over the water. So there's no brakes on these things. It is still spinning at these speeds. It's amazing.
It really is. You know, and we've seen that wind shear starting to interact with it. That's helped to expand that wind field as well, but still a Category 3 storm. We are looking at that landfall likely around the Bradenton, maybe Sarasota, down towards the Laurel area. And that's really going to impact our storm surge.
There's the bay. All right, Tampa Bay. The worst case scenario is that the hurricane would be north and bring the surge right into the bay. Remember, in 21, the surge was 12 feet, and that was the path of that storm. This one looks like it's going to pass to the south, Brittany. So the storm surge will be less. Remember, Helene was 7 feet. That was the highest since 21. It might be somewhere in that neighborhood or slightly above now if the wind doesn't hit it just right and actually take the water out.
It's all about the onshore and the offshore winds.
It's so crucial.
And wherever we see that max surge is going to be just south of where we see that eye wall making landfall. But it's still going to be a Category 1 storm tomorrow as it's crossing the peninsula.
In 12 hours. It races across. So it doesn't even have time to unwind, really, as it crosses the peninsula. They get a hurricane across the entire peninsula. So then there was today.
Yes, which was a very active day. It was more like a day that we're used to when we have a tornado outbreak, and that's exactly what they had in Florida. They have that tornado watch until 8 o'clock this evening. There was a lot of video of some of the tornadoes that were ongoing across the area. We do have a video of one of those tornadoes. This actually occurred in Clewiston, and we were talking about how these don't look like your typical tropical system tornadoes, Jeff.
No, and a lot of it had to do with the length of what we call shear. The shear literally spanned the entire peninsula, and it was powerful because the hurricane is powerful. So that's why this was kind of an unprecedented tornado outbreak. There's been others that had this kind of frequency, but this kind of powerful tornado, these wedge tornadoes that we're seeing today, is just mind-blowing.
It really is, and we still have tornado warnings in place. We have flash flood warnings because you're getting such high rainfall rates from these tropical systems, and then you have the hurricane winds.
So today they were facing tornadoes. Tonight they've got a hurricane.
Unfortunately, I mean, and we're just really going to see these winds picking up. Still hurricane force.
Yellow. That tropical force winds swallow the state. Just mind-boggling. And the hurricane force winds, as you were saying, crosses the entire peninsula.
It really does. You know, it just makes you remember how fortunate we are here because we're looking at quiet conditions across the area. Thank you so much, Jeff. We're going to have more on that coming up in about another half an hour on Milton. But for us, we're sitting at 86 degrees. We have a lot of sunshine out there. We have dry air in place throughout the rest of the evening. We'll see those temperatures falling through the 80s, even looking at some 70s by 10 o'clock. And then tomorrow morning, we're waking up a little bit warmer, right around 60 degrees in a lot of areas. And our temperatures in the afternoon are going to continue to climb. We're looking at back up to the upper 80s. We'll have more sunshine around. And that First Alert 7-day forecast is showing near record high temperatures for this weekend. We're going for 96 on Sunday. That record is 97 degrees. But guys, relief is in sight next week with a strong cold front. We have 70s in the forecast.
Brittany Rainey, thank you very much.